Oh my god, I could not play a game when he's massaging me.
Well, it is time for game number 2 on Atlantis Spaceship.
And to the top right, we have him again. We have our Zerg player. And by all rights, he should have lost the last game, but you just simply don't mess with the king of Code A, I guess.
Yeah.
This is the one and only Slayer's YugiOh with a 1-0 lead against Harrier. And, well, Wolf, you don't beat the odds if one player has been in Code A for 10 seasons in a row. He kinda has a subscription to this league.
Yeah.
This is how it works.
I think what's on that paper is actually his build order. And when there's a point on there that says, like, at the 20-minute mark, turn on
He's
full
pulling it
steam.
against Lehmann. You know about that, don't you?
What
about
is this?
penalty shooting in soccer when Lehmann was handed a slip of piece of paper and he held like every single penalty shot.
No,
Argentina.
I did not know about this, actually.
I was mind games like crazy, so this is basically exactly it. The build order and everything that he
Oh,
gets
look
to
at
do.
this eBay block.
I haven't seen this in ages.
Yeah, it's an older thing to do, but you know, YugiOh often goes for a little bit later of a hatchery, like he goes pool first sometimes, and that can be good against this. But in this case, it looks like he wants to hatch first, but he won't have the chance.
Yeah, he's already at 15 supply. He definitely he starts with the pool even without scouting his.
Yeah, that was a little bit weird.
So the 15 pool is something that he's really comfortable with. He will need it in order to take down this well.
Well, we have like a kind of a weird situation because you have now the pool is up, but it's up late, and so like if you have a 12 pool with this or a 14 pool, then it helps you get rid of this. But if you have a really oh wow, he got that down to the T.
Yeah.
If you have a late pool like this, then you can't make the hatchery now, and your lings are out really late, and then you have to kill the whole eBay, and it's just this is like one of the worst possible scenarios for YugiOh.
The one thing, by the way, that I want to mention while we're talking about YugiOh having a subscription for Code A, sometimes it's really a bad thing for him because every single time where he's so close to qualifying for Code S and he's not able to make it for some reason, he just falls short. But I think it goes the other way as well, so he's not allowed to actually fall down into Code B. But yeah, regarding the Evo, you are right, that will take him quite a while to actually free this up. So until they can force the cancel, there's no way for him to get the expansion. And this is an older style, and just think about Harrier sending out this SCV so early to place down the engineering bay on a map like Atlantis Spaceship where the distances are really, really huge.
That's a pretty big commitment of resources as well. He gets the 94 back here, but you saw the Zerg player, you know, you guys see at the top right, his resources were like at 500 for a while there. You had to get his gas. It's really, really important to block this. And on a map like this, even though it's really big, you can't take a fast third. You can't play this like you're playing against a pro opponent and take a fast third hatchery. Terran will kill you if he sees that. And that's just kind of the way this game is played. So, cool strategy by Harrier. I don't think he got hugely ahead as a result, but it was frustrating for YugiOh.
The speed is now being built, and we have Harrier with the transition into the reactor. Oh, this reactor. Oh, for a second I really thought that he didn't have any Marines in position, and they were just to the back trying to catch one of these overlords, but that would have been really scary.
Yeah, if you lose that reactor, the links come in, and, or even if you just lose the reactor, it's terrible. Oh, he's going to see how much gas. Sees everything.
Yeah, is able to sneak in. But doesn't see any kind of transition whatsoever, so he at least knows that there's not going to be too much aggression anytime soon.
You know what's interesting is, if you see this, it makes you think there's going to be some sort of aggression, because normally Zergs don't mind this much gas.
Do you see what Harrier is doing here? I mean, there is no expansion, there is no follow-up. He's going for a second barracks now, and still not building a CC, so he starts with those Hellions. And this looks very much like he's going for a Hellion and Marauder push, does not build a second base. On a map like this, this is the last thing that you would expect. We have YugiOh with an Overlord in position. He's actually supply blocked here. With the Overlord at the natural, you will scout that there's no expansion, and that should make him curious.
Yeah. And I think you're right. I think he already kind of has an idea. He's just going to continue to drone right now, and because he knows that no matter what all-in he may face, it's not going to hit this fast. And he may be fine here. We'll see. The Hellion pressure is not going to be something out of the ordinary for him. He can see. I'm going to check with this Overlord actually just to make sure 100%.
That's the Spine Crawler now. He needs more than one Spine Crawler. He needs to spread his creep as well. He already checks to layer, but if he moves in here and he does not see an orbital in any one of these positions, he has to realize that there's not an expansion on the high ground.
Lair is on the way for him as well as engineering or eBay.
Yeah, look at this. He knows. He
Certainly does.
He sees the double attack lab at the 2 barracks and he's like, oh wait, and look, exactly, at the same moment in time, Spine Crawler, Spine Crawler, Spine Crawler, Spine Crawler, Baneling Nest, boom. He's like, oh my god, this is not gonna happen. And to tell you the truth, how is Harrier supposed to break through this? Because it will take ages for him to cross the map.
Yeah, he's really pulling an ice cream here, and
Ice cream?
well, his former teammate Zenex Ice Cream actually plays for It's Ghost now, I believe. Did this build a lot. He just loved to double.
Making an ice cream reference and you're not getting it. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. Ice cream, of course.
He does this. He pulls every SCV, and that's what the Baneling Nest is for. It's not for the Marauders or the Hellions, but for the SCVs.
As I said, there are the Zerglings. They're actually running in here, trying to get in. But he will have the Banelings. There they are. He's building 5 now, and this map is so huge. It takes ages for him to arrive here.
This will likely not work.
Make sure that you block the ramp. He has energy saved up on those queens. He has 3 queens. He can use transfuses. He has the Banelings. How is this supposed to work when it's scouted? I mean, this is a huge gamble. It's way too big of a gamble.
Well, I just don't think it's going to work at all. Stims. Sim is done. This is a very unique variation of this. The Banelings will take out the majority of these SCVs. The ones that are left will be killed by Spines.
Actually, but the Banelings did not do as much damage as they should have done.
And the Marauders still alive, a few of them.
Yeah, but still, the reinforcements are going to clear this
And
up.
the transfuses as well. Look at the supply for Harrier, down to 21.
This is no way. GG. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Wolf is speechless. He's like, I don't know. That didn't work.
Nope, not quite. If you do this build and it gets scouted, then your opponent's just going to make Spines and hold with Banelings to kill the SCVs. The last time I remember a build like this working was, I think it was Dreamer TT from Team IM was able to make it work. But he did a different variation of this with more Hellions and it was faster, and I think he did it on a map that we don't even use anymore, Terminus Re. Well, a huge map, because it's not a build you expect on a map like that.
It's a map that I've seen a couple of times played by Pole when he was playing in online tournaments, but Pole uses a different style where he's still on 2 bases and he will just try to hit a different timing just before the Mutalisk could be out on the map. And well, YugiOh takes it with 2-0. There you have today's results of the first group of players. We have Boom Boom against Vampire. He fell short and is now in code B. JYP takes it 2-0 against Mia, whereas Sniper is able to defeat Anyong Prime, who used 3 10 pools. One of them worked, the other ones did not, and YugiOh in the end prevails over Harrier.
Yep, the only real upset, I guess, is Boom Boom losing. It's not an upset, but it's probably the result not everyone expected. Here are our matches for tonight, so make sure you show up in about 3 hours for these. It's going to be Suho Shin against Crank, Hack against Lucira, Zenio against Hyun, and Lure against Hart. A lot of Zerg matches today.
Yeah, exactly. We are going to see a lot of Zerg matches. I'm especially excited about Lucira against Hack and Zenio against Hyun. Those 2 games are going to be really good.
Yeah, so make sure you tune into all of those. That is going to be it for us for now, for today. So thank you for watching. If you guys want to follow us on Twitter, please do so. Follow myself at Proxywolf. Follow Caldor at Caldor. It's with KH. Sometimes I like to mention that. Just make sure people aren't trying to spell your name like KALDOR. But now, tell your friends not to spell it like that. It's not the way it's done. And of course, follow GOMTV. Go to facebook.com/globalGOMTV as well. Check that page out, and we'll see you guys in a few hours.